AM Sports Report brought to you by Northwest Furniture and Mattress. Comfort and style to your home, bring it with the decorative pillows. They have accent pillows, throw pillows, decorative pillows. They not only add coziness, they elevate the ambiance of any room, whether it's your living room, your bedroom, or your guest room. These small touches make a big difference. Northwest Furniture and Mattress, Big Red Rocking Chair on off Adams and LeGrand. On Tuesday night, the boys basketball team beat Vale at home 73-46. This was their second time beating Vale this season. They beat them earlier in the season on the road. This win brings the boys' record to 5-11 overall and 1-0 in the GOL. The girls traveled to Stanfield and won 64-53. Their record's 11-3 overall and 1-0 in the GOL. I think those games were kind of tune-ups for tomorrow. Both teams travel over the mountain to Baker to take on the Bulldogs in what is a great test for both teams, I think. These GOL games kick off at 6 for the girls and 7:30 for the boys. And I think it's going to really tell both teams kind of where they stand in this conference this year. Huge games tomorrow night in Baker. LHS Wrestling is at the Research Tournament of Champions this weekend, which is a lot of people say it's the top dog of all top dogs, even above the state tournament, just because at Research you get to wrestle 6A, 5A, 4A, and it doesn't matter what level you're in. It's not a dual tournament. It's an individual tournament. They do keep a team score, so the team will score, and you can win the tournament as a team. But this is the opportunity to really shine as a wrestler on the state all-around level, not just at your classification. So, for instance, you could have in the finals, you could have a kid from LeGrand wrestling a kid from Roseburg, where you won't see that in the state tournament because they're not in the same classification. It's a huge tournament. It's really cool. It's a fun one to watch. You can follow it on Track Wrestling. Just type in the search bar, Research, and it'll pop right up for the weekend. EOU men's and women's basketball head down south to take on Southern and OIT. Tipping off tomorrow night. These games are huge for both teams as they both sit in fourth place currently in the CCC. I had reached out to junior Garrett Hawks from the men's team earlier last week about an interview. We got it scheduled and then what does he do this weekend? He turns around and has a huge weekend, dropping 31 points on Multnomah in a must-win game from the Mounties on Saturday. He was named the CCC Offensive Player of the Week. We sat down Tuesday after the big weekend to talk about hoops life, dad life, married life. That interview came out yesterday. Here's a little peek at it. What's it like being married and having a kid? I mean, it's not as uncommon as you think, especially for guys who have been on a mission. Like it's not as uncommon as you think. But what's it like? How do you juggle it?
It definitely is a little bit more busy than I expected. At times when you finish class and you've already gone to practice, and that's a lot of times when guys go in and put extra reps in the gym after, and you have that feeling of, I should be home, right? I should be with my family.
Yeah.
So you have to find different times to get into the gym. Maybe it's earlier morning when people are still asleep. Yeah. Get in your workouts when you can. That definitely, it was interesting to try to prioritize that. But that being said, I have the most supportive wife in college sports. She played herself in Michigan for Division II at Spring Arbor in Michigan. She played for them. Her older sister played at BYU for the girls and at Michigan State. So, I mean, they come from a sports background, and she honestly supports me in it more than anybody, almost more than myself. She's there pushing me every day to go get workouts, go to practice, lift. So, I mean, it's incredible.
It's got to help, she knows the grind.
Yeah.
Because, if somebody doesn't understand that grind, then it might be like, why are you never here? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, why are you always at the gym? But if somebody that understands it and knows it, it probably makes it a lot easier.
Oh, for sure.
What about you personally? Like, what player do you like to emulate? Like, who do you think your game kind of molds after?
That's funny. We've talked about this a lot this season, and I don't really know. Growing up, I always watched Blake Griffin highlights all the time. I was
Yeah.
like, Blake Griffin's so cool. I'd watch him
He's
all the
fun to
time.
watch.
And, obviously I don't have the vertical nor the size or anything like that, but I just loved how hard he attacked the rim, how hard he would go block shots, play defense, how hard he dunked the ball. So I don't know. I guess that was definitely a role model. Also on the flip side, though, I love to watch Ray Allen and a shooter standpoint, just catch and shoot, catch it where you shoot it type thing. So I don't know of a great, I guess, player comparison for me.
Yeah.
But those are just some of the athletes that I enjoyed watching.
Two really good players.
That was Garrett Hawks from the EOU men's basketball team. You can watch that whole interview on the EOA network, so you can access all of the different sites if you just type in EOA.network. Gonna head over to Baker tomorrow if the weather's decent to take some pictures and to watch some LHS boys and girls hoops. Man, it's gonna be some good games. I want to say they're gonna be on NFHS too. If you can't make it over there, you got to pay a fee to watch NFHS, but at least you'll get to watch the game. That's all I got on a Thursday. AM Sports Report brought to you by Northwest Furniture and Mattress. Go check out their showroom.